Who's ready? We got a little Dave Matthews. Good tunes coming up. Let me know that you're here. Liddy, good morning. I was thinking about you all day yesterday. How are you, my friend? Tanya, good morning. Who else is here? Jean. So I'm going to ask you guys to hold Jeff Whitel's family in your hearts and his kids because he passed yesterday. That's our friend Tanya and my friend that we went to grammar school with. Annie Sogol, what's up? Rob, hold Jeff's family in your prayers and hold my dad in your prayers. He got out of the hospital again on Saturday. Gerard, what's up? Mr. Patrick's. We lost Jeff Whitel, so we're going to hold him and his family in our prayers. Janet, what's up, beautiful lady? So we have to take, please put in the chat box anybody that we're going to hold close to our hearts and send our energy to. I'm asking for your prayers for Jeff Whitel's family. He passed yesterday, so we're just going to hold him close. He's got 2 kids and his family. And my dad, hold close to your hearts. He's recovering. He just got out of the hospital. We got Lori in the house. We got Janet, Mary. Mr. Patrick's is here to remind us what? That there's 3 things we all crave. Number 1 is to know that we matter. And we have an expert in the field that says, yes, you do. Because matters anything that takes up space and has mass. You matter, I matter, we all matter. Second thing that we crave is to know that we're connected. And we've been connected through this crazy time since day one, March 13th last year. Jody Husk is in the house. We've been connected. So look at your screen. And when you feel out of alignment, when you feel isolated, when you feel lonely, call on your higher power and reach out and grab the phone, grab a Zoom, whatever you got to do, a text, and connect with someone. Because Janet reminds me all the time, we are not meant to do this thing called life alone. We're meant to do it together. So connect. And third thing we all crave is to know that we're loved. And we're going to practice that right now because we know that we have enough love within us. And these things that we practice every day are just tools. They're tools that we bring with us. And I call them the power to believe tools. That's your toolbox. You open your toolbox, you reach in, you grab a tool when you fall out of alignment, when you're going through a challenging time. Like you guys know, I'm going through something right now. And I just have to open that box, pick out a tool, open that box, pick out a tool, open that box, pick out of the tool, because it's what? Conditioning, sets and reps. How we show up every day is a result of what we're conditioning, is a result of the mindset, of the thoughts, of the actions that we're conditioning. Bono is in the house. It's like the one time I don't have your song on. Prayers, Mary is asking prayers for her friends Barb and Becky. Please put in the comments anybody that you want us to pray for. Georgia's in the house. Good morning. Kim. So we ask ourselves why we're here, because we want to feel good. That little Abba. Serenity, right? We want to feel good while we go through our day. And how can we do that? We can control, because everything else is out of our control. There's 5 things that we can control. We come back to the basics. First and foremost is our breath. And guess what, you guys? Today I have my workshop with the kids, the Power to Believe Toolkit workshop. And we talk about breath, the power to breath. Number 1, it's free. Number 2, it's with you all the time. Number 3, it can regulate your entire mental and physical state. And number 4, it's inexhaustible. You can rely on your breath at all times. So the God and Goddess breath, which you know I didn't make up the name, but I'm not letting it go. Those are those deep cleansing breaths that do what? That lower the overwhelm, that lower the anxiety, that lower the resentment, that lower the jealousy, that lower all those low vibing emotions. And then what does it do? It releases serotonin and dopamine, which guess what? Make you feel good. So deep breaths, how many do we need at a time? 7. 7 breaths allow your body to, instead of reacting from the amygdala, that's part of your brain in the back, it transfers to the frontal lobes. So it chemically changes your brain. You are then respond. It chemically changes the frontal lobes of your brain, those neurons and synapses we talk about. So 7 breaths. If you're upset, if you're out of alignment, notice where your breath is. Second thing we can control is faith. Faith, our higher power is always here for us. Always. In those moments that we're scared to death, we pick up faith. And when we pick up faith, we pick up hope. And what happens to that fear? It's gone. It's gone. It might take a couple times. It might take an hour. It might take 2. It might take 2 days. But you keep picking up faith. Kathy Shaw is in the house. You keep picking up faith. And you pick up hope. And you condition your thought pattern. And what happens? The fears go away because you're not concentrating on the fears. And they hold no water. Fear is false evidence appearing real. We keep picking up faith. And say it with me out loud. Hope. Hope, you can feel it propels you forward. The third thing we can control is how we are treating our bodies. What are you putting in? You put premium nutrition in, you get premium results. There's no other way. You put premium like a race car. If I get a Lamborghini for Ryan, I'm not putting diesel fuel in. I'm putting premium fuel because I expect premium results. So how are you treating yourself? And if you have that down pat, kudos. That's the single most greatest thing you can do for yourself is to fuel yourself nutritionally. If not, you talk to me offline. That's what I do. How are you hydrating? When I hydrate, I have such better results. How are you sleeping? When you get enough sleep, all of those things go into how you're caring for your gorgeous vessel. Fourth thing we can control is movement. And if you don't have a regular practice of when you move your body, schedule it into your day. I schedule into my day. It's either first thing when I wake up or it's later. I'm riding later with a good friend of mine, Kimberly. So you schedule it, you make time for it, you carve time out for you. What happens when you move your body? You create emotion. Emotion creates momentum. Momentum creates productivity. And what happens when we're productive? We're happy. Why? Because we're not stuck. And moving your body, Anne-Marie, moving your body gets you outside, gets you what? Out of your head into your heart. That's what all of these things do. When we're in our head, we're dead. We are doing these things to get out of our head and into our heart, because when we lead with our heart, our whole life is different. Tom, what's up? So the fifth thing is our mindset. The fifth thing we can control is our mindset. And I want you to think about this. Conditioning, that's what we're talking about, right? Building your biceps, sets and reps, sets and reps, sets and reps. If I do my biceps every day, they grow, they define, they perform, they feel good, they look good, and they perform how I want them to perform. If I stop doing my biceps, what happens? The lean muscle mass goes away. They get soft, they get supple, they don't work as well, they're not as strong, they don't hold any endurance, they don't hold the strength. So with our mindset, that's what we're doing. When we get caught in a negative mindset, if we keep thinking that way, what does it do? Sets and reps, sets and reps, sets and reps. It builds, and your habits build. If you're depressed, if you're full of anxiety, if you're full of overwhelm, if you're full of fear, and you keep concentrating on that, focusing on that, talking to everybody about it, about all your problems, talking, what are you doing? Those thoughts keep going, and that's what you attract. If you condition your mind, which is what we're doing right here, what happens? I don't even know if I'm going the right way. What do? We put a chink in it. As soon as we notice that we're unraveling or that we're stuck in a negative internal dialogue, like NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, that's how your brain works. We put a chink into it. It unravels. What's the chink? The breath. We do a physical act to change that pattern of thought. We grab a thought of gratitude and now we think a different way. So everything is sets and reps. Does that make sense? The more you practice, the more you control your mindset with your focus and intent, and focus on the gratitude, and focus on feeling good, and focus on positive way of thinking, it sets and reps. It becomes a habit. So think about me, okay? I'm like the greatest example ever. Because for 10 years of my life, I was stuck in a place of total negative thoughts, okay? Self-pity. I was in pain. I was thought I failed in my swimming career. I was dealing with, results of my parents with their dysfunctional divorce and shit from my childhood. And what did I do? I did everything possible not to feel, but I did all the wrong things. I drank. I used drugs for 10 years. And what happened? Sets and reps, sets and reps, sets and reps. I kept doing those same things. And then 10 years of my life were filled with conditioning myself in the wrong way. Does that make sense? Like conditioning myself for negative, fueling myself with crap and poison into my body. I conditioned those habits. So my point to you is, if you are stuck, if you think that you can't get out of this negative mindset, if you think that you can't stop a habit, it's bullshit. You just have to level up and realize, you know what, this doesn't serve me. And then turn it around, dive down deep and say, I want to do something. I want to be better. I want to feel better. I want to do better, and start practicing those thoughts, those habits. And then you change your story and you become a different person. The same person is there, but you're just conditioning different ways of your body. Am I making any sense? So we just want to condition the things that make us feel good, right? Because life is hard enough as it is. So we condition the behaviors, we condition the thoughts that make us feel good, that we carry to other people. And what does it start with? When we realize that we're thinking poorly, the chink is what? Our breath. So let's practice our breath together. Raise those hands up, lengthen, crown your head away from your tailbone. Reach. Now drop your shoulders, drop your bags, roll the shoulders back. Oh, Kim, guess what I made? Chicken calves last night, and Bryn gave me the recipe. Your daughter. Okay, so we roll the shoulders back. She's a wonderful cook. Lengthen, crown ahead away from the tailbone. Now, what do? We take our focus to where the base of our skull meets our spine. Lengthen. Reach it up. Beautiful. Now lean back. Lean back. Feel your history. What is that? Our spine, our back body. That's our history. Guess what? We've made it through 100% of our bad days and 100% of our good days. We're right here. So lean back into that and realize, take a deep breath. I got my own back. I got my own back. Put your hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, thumb on your belly button, palm on your abdomen. Give it a little squeeze. Yes, I got my own back. Kristen, take a deep breath. Exhale. Concentrate on the exhale. I dare you to exhale louder than me. We're going to inhale through our nose, exhale through our mouth. Right now, close those eyes and lengthen. Inhale, draw it up through the soles of your feet. Pass through your calves, pass through the back of your knees, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, your belly, your heart, all the way up to your head, all the way up. Second breath. Exhale. Inhale again. Draw it up, draw it up, draw it up. Good morning, Diana. All the way up through your body. Second breath. Hold it there. Exhale. Blow it out. Feel your body let go. Inhale again, draw it all the way in. Feel it passing through your cells and your muscles and your joints, in back of your knees, in your hip bones, in your elbows, in your shoulders. Second breath right here. Feel it in your heart. Exhale. Inhale right now. Inhale all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Second breath right here. We're going to talk to ourselves like we talk to our very best friend. Exhale. Little Rod Stewart. Inhale again. All the way up. I want you to feel it fill up your lungs. Feel it circulating around your heart. It's healing you and washing away all the thoughts of overwhelm and fear. Jarvis is in the house. Second breath right here. Exhale. Repeat after me, but you use your name, I use mine, and say it out loud and see how different it feels. I love you, Sarah. I love you. I love you. Say it again. I love you. And I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I might not be where I want to be eventually, but I'm right here, right now for a reason. Inhale again. Exhale. I love you. And if it feels weird, what? You keep doing it until it doesn't feel weird. Why? All it is conditioning. We weren't conditioned to pour love within. We were conditioned to pour love out. Now we're doing what? Sets and reps, sets and reps. We're conditioning ourselves to pour love within. We weren't conditioned that way because our parents weren't conditioned that way. They didn't know. So we're conditioning. We're just changing our conditioning. Say it out loud. I love you. I love you. Talk to yourself. I love you. I love you, Sarah. I love you. Inhale again. Draw it all the way in, all the way up your body, all the way up. Exhale. We are what we think, and we think what we speak. So it's imperative to be mindful of the words that come out of our mouth, especially when we talk about ourselves. So this is conditioning too. This is conditioning to remind yourself exactly about your greatness, to remind yourself that you are not average, to remind yourself that you are not mediocre. Myra is in the house right in time to remind yourself that you are amazing. Conditioning. We weren't conditioned to speak these things into ourselves every day. Now we're changing that. Now we every day talk about our greatest attributes. So you repeat with me. Inhale right now, all the way up, all the way up. Second breath. Chin back, relax, tongue open, mouth, exhale. And repeat after me. I am beautiful. I am smart, and I'm strong, and I'm kind, and I'm loving, and I'm generous, and I'm organized, and I'm patient, and I'm vibrant and funny and sexy. And that one is so important. We say it 2 times. I am sexy. I am brave, and I never, ever, ever give up. Because when I don't give up, I show everyone around me how not to give up. I love it, Anne-Marie. I am unstoppable and I'm invincible. Say it out loud. I am invincible. I am, what are some other ones? I am fierce. I am enough, right, Tanya? I am so enough. I am resilient. I am relentless. Give me some more. I am, and I shine, right, Lori? I choose to shine. And when I shine, I don't care what anybody else thinks. I do me, and then I give permission to everybody around me to shine. I am curious. I love that one, Liddy. I love it. Give me some more. I am powerful. Nice, Jody. I am powerful. Say it out loud. Say it out loud. Then you remind yourself that you're each and every one of these things, and you bring it to the forefront of your mind, and you step into it. I am a rock star, and I'm a boss. I'm smart. I can learn anything. I just have to try. I'm a boss. I'm a warrior. I'm a champion. And my favorite, hand on heart, inhale right now. I'm a badass. And then what happens? Life happens, and it gives you a sucker punch. Boom! And you get knocked out, and you get back up, and you stand up. And I am confident, and I am passionate, and I am energized. and you stand back up and you're shaking and it hurts and it knocks you totally out of alignment. And what do? You open the toolbox, you pick out a tool and you stand up, brush it off, you straighten your crown, you put your hand on your heart, you remind yourself who you are, and you take a breath. You use your tools. You take a breath. You remind yourself who you are and what you stand for. And you remind yourself you've always had your back. And then you realize you have enough love, and you remember those core values, and you step through that challenge with strength and grace. Put in the comments what your core values are. What are the values that drive you day in and day out? You remember who you are, you come out the other side. What's on the other side? Freedom. Those are the beautiful moments in life. And it's so worth it, because we have brutal moments and beautiful. They meld together to form a beautiful life. Glennon Doyle Melton. And we get through each challenge and we come out stronger and better and more aware. And we move on to the next one. We have a reading today, February 25th, from Kathy Shaw. Thank you very much. I never found the book. Remember, I lost mine. Kathy brought me over one, and I still haven't found the first one. Isn't that crazy? Jesus Calling, written by Sarah Young, not me. February 25th, rest in my presence. Oh, I love it. Mary's core values, courage, faith, love. Kathy Shaw's love, faith, compassion. Mine are, I may be changing mine. Mine are courage, love, and hope. But athlete, I think, is one of my core values. So that's, see, they can change, they can evolve, because why? We're human and our lives evolve, and we dive deeper and we pull out more values that strengthen us, that lift us up, that help us remember who we are. February 25th, rest in my presence, allowing me to take charge of this day. Do not bolt into the day like a racehorse suddenly released. Instead, walk purposely with me, letting me direct your course one step at a time. Thank me for each blessing along the way. Oops, I lost my part. This brings joy to both. Okay, thank me for each blessing along the way. This brings more joy to both you and me. A grateful heart. Gratitude, man. It's the antidote for everything. A grateful heart protects you from negative thinking. Thankfulness enables you to see the abundance I shower upon you daily. Your prayers and petitions are winged into heaven's throne room when they're permeated with thanksgiving. In everything, even challenges, give thanks. For this is my will for you. You know, when I had a rough night 2 nights ago, and I was so grateful I was going to wake up and be with you guys. And what did it do? It softened me. It allowed me to let go. Gratitude is the answer when you're overwhelmed, when you're in fear, when you're anxious, when you're resentful, when you're jealous. You cannot be all of those things if you're grateful. So we continue to pick up gratitude. That's our call to action today. Be grateful and slow down. Slow down and look for your higher power. I don't care who you call your higher power. I was raised to call my God. The fact is that we believe, right? Tom Murphy. All right, we got a quote from Rob Roman. Thank you so much. And it's Winnie the Pooh. When you are lonely, I wish you love. Annette is in the house. When you are lonely, I wish you love. When you are down, I wish you joy. When life gets complicated, I wish you faith. When things look empty, I wish you hope. That's Piglet and Pooh. When you're lonely, I wish you love. When you're down, I wish you joy. When your life gets complicated, faith, baby, faith. I wish you faith. And when things look empty, I wish you hope. All right, let's end it. Let's end it and go kill it out there. It's Thursday. We go right into the weekend. We have an amazing day because we remember what? Who we are and what we stand for. And we remember that we are not average, that we are not made for mediocrity, that we are meant for greatness. And we walk forward into our greatness. Rhonda is in the house. Tammy, the sisters. We're ending with the Serenity Prayer, a prayer that has gotten me through the hardest days of my life and will continue to do so. God, grant me the serenity. So raise your hand up if you're not. Oh, I haven't said that in a while. And give me a little finger if you can't even raise that hand up. Patrick, what is up? Inhale. Exhale. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Bam. Ashley. All right, go out and have an amazing day. Go be great, and I'll see you on Saturday. Remember your greatness, and if you get knocked down, you get back up, you straighten the crown, you remember who you are and what you stand for, baby, and then you walk forward with strength and grace. That's all we got to do. All right, have an awesome, awesome day. I love you guys. I am honored by each and every one of you. Bye-bye.